My name is Emil, and in the past years I've been part of many videos on YouTube, some of which have gotten viral. So, today we're gonna get the adrenaline pumping and watch some of them.
Right, ready?
Oh, this is a classic.
Oh,
this
wow, okay, that is really fast.
Oh, fucking hell.
Yeah, this is a special moment for me because we shot this with the Star crew and Alex Honnold, of course, which all of them are freaking legends. And I remember vividly how, like, I was just so psyched to be there, and I did this coordination move. So I did that coordination move, and it was like, I kind of earned a bit of respect, you know? It was a pretty sick moment for me because I was the odd one out, so to speak. Like, those guys are all absolutely insane in terms of the sketchy stuff they do. So I got to be a part of the gang by doing something that looked kind of cool, at least.
I shaved off a second, that's good. Dude, but the way you did the beginning, I'm like, if I could do it the way you did it, I'd do it for sure. How do you do that?
I thought you were going to jump into the layback. I was like, that's going to be grim.
Let's see it again. Let's see the intro move. I'm like, what the? Try to jump. It's really not.
Yeah, that was so funny when Alex he was like, what the fuck? And I felt special.
That's so fast. Yeah, it's good. Wait, let me try it. Come on.
It was really scary to commit. Did you even try?
No, come on. No, you just did it. What a boss. This is some 18 bouldering. Yeah, come on. Yeah, there you go. No. Fair play. Yeah, it's good. You did it in one jump. You just started here and you just went. Yeah. Come on. Yeah, yes. Oh.
This is actually, I think this is a bit of a funny part of the video, which was hard to convey when I was editing it, because Alex was like so competitive about this challenge. I mean, it's not like he was, I gotta destroy the others, but you could tell that with everything we did, he really went into it with a mindset that's like the same as the type of mindset I've seen in the professional scene of climbing, like in competition climbers. He very much had that same baseline of like, oh, I gotta perform, I gotta win over something, I gotta do something special, when it's clearly a pretty silly, arbitrary like goal, so to speak.
Slow, smooth, as fast.
Okay, Segar. Ready whenever you are. Yeah. Ready, set.
I think this is the attempt when he does the record. He's just so controlled. Like, it's pretty crazy to watch because Alex isn't a fast climber by any stretch of the imagination or definition. He's very slow, but the way he does things is like completely methodical. So he's like shockingly consistent throughout his movements, which I was not. I was kind of like really fast and then had to slow down. Yeah, this is when he got it.
I think he got it. 25.0.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I think, I mean, it's such a great moment. Alex was one of my favorite people ever to shoot with. He was just so hyped on everything we did in a way that felt incredibly genuine. Like, there wasn't a moment where he would be like, oh, I don't want to do this, I'm not psyched, but I'll do it anyways. Like, if he didn't want to do something, he was very clear about it and said like, nah, doesn't sound fun. Nah, don't want to do that, which was like no issue at all. We would just do something else that was more fun instead. So yeah, he was a special guy to shoot with. And that video, I'm psyched how it turned out. It was just like 7 dudes trying to run up and down a crack, and it ended up being quite a fun video. So psyched that one got pretty viral. Quick break to talk about the Rugni channel. You see, every week for the next 2 months, Rugni is giving away a full year supply of the mag dusts. All you have to do is subscribe to the YouTube channel and leave a comment, and you have a chance to win a full year supply of the mag dust. Now let's get back to the video. This is memories, man. This is like, I mean, maybe I shouldn't say this on the Rugni channel, but shade to Magnus, that my video is bigger than his biggest video. Don't look at the rest of them, but look at that one specifically. It's crazy how big this thing has gotten, actually. And I'm actually, I mean, there's a big backstory to, you know what, we'll watch for a minute and then I'll tell you the backstory to this video, because it is kind of crazy how it all came together. Let's just look at a few of the clips so you all know kind of what it's about first, if you haven't seen it. It was me fighting strongmen on grip implements, and coming from my climbing background, I did quite well. especially on some of the stuff where you're expected to be a little bit larger, I was doing really well. And yeah, this is when I break the world record for my weight category by quite a substantial amount, and kind of getting the same results as the rest of the dudes in the competition. Which of course, I mean, I'm not like a small climber, but I am a small person. Like relative to these guys, I'm about half their size. So you wouldn't expect me to actually do decently. Like you wouldn't expect me to be able to compete against them, because all of the like non-climbers who are smaller, they just can't really compete here. But you know, with the grip background, like from climbing, it went pretty well. So this is a rock lifting event. Surprisingly, this was my worst one, I think. Maybe second worst, but like one of the worst performing ones.
Yes, I just finished the stone lifting competition, which everyone was expecting me to do.
Yeah, yeah, I'm surprised by it.
So far.
Yeah.
Something about like lifting these was like, I just didn't get it, and you start to get flappers.
Yeah, it was bloody as hell. Okay, so this is the special moment from this competition. There's something called the Thomas Inch dumbbell, which is like a 60 millimeter thick handle that strongmen use for like the most strongman grip performance type of things out there. And I got second place out of all the, I don't remember exactly how many it was, but maybe 60, 70 competitors, all of whom were like 150 kilos heavy, which was like, for me, the most like shocking moment, and where I felt like the kid who beat his dad at arm wrestling, like not even sure if everyone was like what was going on there. Okay, here's another moment. This is when I'm carrying 150 kilos in each arm, so 300 kilos in total. I'll stop here for a second, because this was like the most nervous I've been for an event at a competition ever. Not because I was like, oh, I gotta perform, but because I was literally scared I would implode from it. It's just so much weight that I'm carrying, and it just felt like this is dangerous. And I went back and forth, because you could choose to do a much lighter weight instead, but then you would have to hold it for longer, and it wouldn't feel as strongman, you know, proper. So I decided to go for the really heavy weight, not even sure if I would be able to lift it. If we keep the clock rolling for a few seconds, we'll see that I actually got it up for, I think it was 17 seconds, if I remember correctly. 14, 15, 16, there we go, yeah. So around 17, and it was the most fucked I've ever been in my entire life. Like, I was very much about to pass out. Luckily I didn't, which was nice, but yeah, it felt sketchy as all hell, but also like the adrenaline pump you get from that type of exhaustion was like, I have never felt that type of exhaustion before. 17 seconds of literally everything my body can produce and more. And yeah, this was the end of it. I won the pound for pound. Basically, that just means I per kilogram, I lifted the most out of all the competitors. Maybe not crazy surprising, since I'm like kind of tiny. But yeah, that was my first win, not win, but like first proper performance in a grip strength competition. So back to the story of how this all happened. It was actually a crazy moment, because I was on my way down to the big island, one of my big projects that I'd been training for a while, and I wanted to get it done. And on the drive down there, this was like a 3-hour detour, and we were incredibly delayed to actually heading down to Fontainebleau for the climbing. And I was like, oh, is it a good idea? Should I actually be competing at this thing when I'm going down to try my project? And at the very, very last second, Cordelia, who filmed all of this, who's behind the camera getting all those sweet shots, was like, nah, stop being a little wimp about it, just go and do it. Like, it's gonna be a memory, it's gonna be worth it. So big shout out to her, because without her, this video would have never happened. And it's happened to also give a lot of other possibilities for the channel and help to grow tremendously. And it was this like last minute decision. Got about 5 hours of sleep because it was so close, like everything just kind of crashed in terms of timing. So almost no sleep, just went in there with no expectations, shot the video, wasn't even sure that the material was going to be usable. It happened to be some really sick shots in there, and we were like, okay, let's piece together a video from this. Did it in like a few days on the road, like on the road trip down to Font, and then that's what came out of it. So I guess it's one of those lessons in life, like, if you have a chance, just take it, see what happens. Unless it's a massive, massive loss, just give it a whirl, hope for the best, and sometimes things just go viral and work out.
Do the hangboarding routine 2 times per day, always. I haven't done it for 2 years straight. I don't have an argument for why I would stop doing this, and I at times have done it for like 2, 3, 4 months straight, but I do quit it every now and then just to see what happens to my body, and it's always the same response, and that's that I lose the hangboarding gains and I lose some of the finger strength gains on the wall. I mean, I'm a fairly high level climber, so regardless I'll have strong fingers, but this kind of like training related hang strength quickly gets removed if I stop doing this. And so a really good example of when I've done this and you can see the most clear gains in my climbing is this past fall, where I started doing it again. I also added a bunch of other training routines and managed to do 159 for the first time. And the 159 happened as soon as I started doing this protocol for a few weeks and get my fingers recruited for it. So I combined a lot of powerful training with this finger routine, and that amounted to 159.
Yeah, this is like the most crazy training phase I've had.
On top of this, I also kept doing it for
still
the
to this date.
Which is when I did my first HC boulder, as well as just a bunch of hard climbing and felt very fit. What I will mention is that for long-term gains, this isn't the way. You do need some sort of progressive overload, some sort of just pushing your muscles. But the difference, I think, is that a lot of climbers have strong enough muscles in their forearms. That's not the limiting factor. It's the tendon health or strength. And for me, it's been a combination of the two. And so
yeah, I think this still quite applies. It's like, I still do the no hangs very regularly. I'm in a phase currently where I'm trying to train really, really hard. So I'm pumping creatine, eating a ton of food. So I'm like 85 kilos or something right now, which is quite heavy for me. And just like trying to get as much into my system as possible. And the no hangs is like the cornerstone of that type of training for me. Because if I don't do those, my fingers partly get really quite weak fast. And it's also hard for me to like gauge where my finger health is at. So now it's been like 4 years since I started doing the daily no hangs. And it's been pretty similar the way I've done it since then. I do it whenever I'm training very consistently and during a performance phase, and then I'll usually have like a deload kind of time where I'm maybe climbing less and just editing more or doing something different. And that's when I pause it for a little while. I still really like that protocol. I think it's by far the best thing, like the most basic best thing I can do for my climbing, aside from obviously climbing. But yeah, no, I'm still hyped on it. Oh yeah, wow, the fact that this is here is weird. I mean, it's funny how this one grew so much. This was like a very low performing video. It's just a core session I did with Matilda. Yeah, core god, pro climber and core god, that's true. And this is Cordelia who shot the grip strength video, for instance, for those of you who don't know her. And that's Matilda on the right. Yeah, I mean, this is like, me training core is, for some reason, the endurance core stuff I'm so weak at. I have a bit of power in the core, so I can do like climbing core things. Trying to get my feet high is not a big problem. But we did that for a few weeks, me and Matilda, and I felt like so strong in my core after it. It's just kind of intense on the body. We just did a follow-along video of it for the heck of it. It took us like 20 minutes to do. And then it ended up being quite weirdly successful in performance. So yeah, that's a fun training regimen out there for you. Here we have the original hangboard training 2 times per day for 30 days. Wait, we're at 2021. I don't think I have a viral video before this, and we have like 10 more minutes of footage.
Finger training schedule that I've been trying out, where I've been using a hangboard 2 times per day. Let's take a look at what I actually did. As having high intensity would simply increase the risk of injury without actually strengthening my fingers, what I did was something called no hangs. It's the same principle as hangboarding, but instead of actually hanging, I simply stood on the ground and progressively loaded my fingers, which creates a molecular response. The program was to do 10 minutes of no hangs, where I went...
What an intellectual I was.
50 seconds off between each hang. Let's have a look at the actual results. Started off with a 14
I sound so professional, way more professional than I do nowadays.
Before the experiment, I could hold it, as mentioned, for 3 seconds with about 48 kilograms and maybe around 40 for 5.
This
After
is
the
so
test,
messed up.
or I guess after the experiment, I could hold 67 kilograms for 5 seconds, which is an insane increase of about 60% in added weight.
So I haven't done like tests before and after doing the protocol nowadays, but it's pretty much the same thing that happens. If I stop doing it, I lose those gains, and they quickly come back up when I start doing it again.
And again, we have a whooping results of 14 seconds that I can
2,400% increase or something.
This effectively means that I increased my strength by 2,600%.
600, yeah, 2,600%.
It was a
Solid.
quite big difference in how long I could hang. Last up on the test was to do the small crimp hangs. I started off on the 6mm crimp. which
This, I
I've never,
think, was
ever
the
been
most
able to
surprising
hold
one.
in my entire career.
I tried hanging off specifically that edge that you see in the video since this was in 2021, so for like 8 or 9 years or something. Maybe less, 5 years, whatever, a long time. I'd been trying that one every now and then just for the sake of it. Never ever been able to get a single second of it. And then out of nowhere, this was, let's see,
Almost
8 seconds.
is an undefinable, much better result.
True, 8 divided by 0 is undefinable.
Which,
Yeah,
I don't know, I felt
I think here we just skipped it because I could just hang on this one forever. And before with the test, I think,
the fact that I could hold it for so long
what was it?
absolutely shocked me. And after I managed to hold this crimp for so long, I guess I decided to just call it quits.
Oh yeah.
I didn't even feel like bothering to try the 10mm crimp.
Yeah, exactly. We skipped the 10mm because the increase in it would have been too much to like measure in because I think I could hang on that one for a few seconds, like 10, 15 or something before this, and then I could just hang. I felt like I could probably hang it for a minute and a half or something now, which was just too much to record and show on the video, so we just skipped it. Yeah, I mean that video is the first viral video on my channel, like properly viral, above 1 million and or around there, like where people had seen it who weren't like deep into climbing, which was quite special because there were so many people sending me messages and contacting me about this in a pretty almost scary way at the time, because I mean, I was just making YouTube videos and I tried something, I thought it was fun, it had kind of a scientific like idea behind it, but it's like I was the one testing it because my brother had done it. It's not like it's not something you publish a research paper on, you know, it's just something that was tried. But it got so much attention from physios and from coaches and from athletes, and people were trying it all over the place, sending me messages about the results, both good and bad, I should mention. It's not like this works for everyone, but it is pretty surprising how well it works for some and for others not. And I think there's a lot of research left to be done with that protocol. But yeah, it was scary how many people started talking to me like I was some sort of expert on this, which I am not and was not. I am just a dude who trains and tried something. And I think it speaks a little bit for how we need to be careful with anything that goes viral, that's like, you know, pop culture type of thing, that, you know, you need to listen to the experts more. But it's fun to try stuff as well. All right. Next on our list, top 5 tips every climber should know. This is the first, I guess this is in a way viral. This was the first video to like break 100K, I think, 100,000 views.
So this 5-finger print from the thumbnail, it isn't actually
Audio isn't amazing on this one. At this time, I had a pretty funky setup.
Stockmen use it to finish some of their projects.
Yeah.
I think it's a really cool hold that people should just be more aware of. Trying hard on a project.
I think I was, at this point in time, I was looking at a lot of other people's videos as well, trying to kind of not copy, but like really take what others had done and do kind of the same thing. So this is like, I think I'd seen some video of somebody just giving out tips and, you know, just talking a bit about climbing. And I believe this was the first one where I did pretty much that, just like, oh, I have some ideas in climbing, I'll share them and see what happens. and people got kind of psyched on it.
Then we're gonna address how to practice your weaknesses. Then we're gonna move on over into pretty much like how to engage your hands on different holds.
Very abstract advice.
And then
I still
after
think
that, we're gonna walk
these
through.
things are kind of good.
We're gonna talk a little bit about how footwork is actually a lot more complicated than I think most people perceive it to be, than most people think. And we're gonna finish it all off on how to consistently progress as a climber.
This is such nerdy stuff. I think it was good advice in that video. I talked, but it's so nerdy and niched that it's not the kind of stuff you would go viral with, because you have to be such a climbing nerd to want to hear what I had to say there. I can't really remember what I said, but yeah, definitely some geeky stuff. Oh, we're heading over to Magnus Meatball. Team Meatball versus Team Carlson and Bobat, biggest YouTuber climbing comp ever. All right, let's go.
We're up against 2 from Bouldering Bobats and 2 from Team Eric Carlson.
Team Eric Carlson.
Our team name is going to be Team Meatballs.
Team Meatballs, makes sense. Yeah, this was a funny day because we didn't announce it to Magnus or to the Bobats that we were going there. We just knew that they were going to do a collab, and we were like, let's drive over there. It's 6 hours. We'll crash the party and see what happens. And in hindsight, I realized it's kind of rude, to be honest. But it also wasn't. I mean, everyone was really good friends, and I think it was greatly appreciated. We didn't really expect to shoot any videos together. We just were kind of, I believe Eric was the link between everyone maybe, or something, that they hadn't done collabs before, but Eric had collabed with Magnus a few times. I mean, this is OG climbing YouTube, so for a lot of you, you might not know what this is all about, but this is like the first few big channels on YouTube. Eric Carlson, Magnus Midtbø, and Bouldering Bobat. And I don't think Magnus was particularly big at this point in time, like compared to what it is now, of course. I think he was like around the same size as the rest of the bigger climbing channels. Oh yeah, we were running up this thing like back and forth, trying to do it like 8 times in a row. Yeah, 8 times in a row. And Eric, he's gonna struggle here. Yeah, he's a beast though. Come on, you legend. It's funny, I haven't watched this one in so long. I don't actually know what happens in this video. The other ones I sometimes rewatch just to see like what I did on my channel back in the day. But this would pop up into my feed maybe 4 or 5 years ago, and maybe I rewatched it, but since then I haven't actually seen this. Oh yeah, we're doing a lead climb, I think, as fast as possible, and then the other one has to do it as well. It's like a race between everyone. I'm pretty sure the Meatballs won. I guess oh, you know what? I know what's gonna happen at the end of this one. It's gonna be awful. We'll get there in a minute. It's gonna be so awful. Worst collab of my life. I was so good at this, the blind climbing. I have no idea why. I have no idea why this would be a skill of mine, but I could pretty fast just find the holds. Eric struggled so much more on this. I think he fell a few times. Yeah, he doesn't know right. Yeah, and now he gets it. And yeah, there we go.
Oh my god, that beta.
That beta.
Match feet. No. There you go.
There we go. Come on.
That one's yours. That's the finishing hold.
Easy. Beast.
Team Sweden? Yeah. You said it earlier. You guessed 40?
Yeah.
39 minutes.
Oh, that's
Okay, so the Bobats lost. I'm pretty sure we lost. I know what happens to me anyways. Maybe we all lost because the Meatballs won.
22 minutes, 48 seconds.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they were faster. Oh yeah, this is it. Oh, they had to cut parts of this out. So this was a hot sauce. And it's like, I'm not a huge fan of spicy food. So actually, after this, I'm not a huge fan of spicy foods because you see me lose my voice. It's not so bad. Yeah, we'll see about that, dude. We'll see about that.
I thought it would be worse. It's coming.
Yeah, it's coming, Magnus. This guy's gonna die soon.
Oh, it's getting worse.
It is getting worse. It's gonna get so much worse also, to a point where I cascade vomited for like a minute straight, and they had to cut that out. And I was like, guys, you should have at least. It's actually. I was like, I really wish they would have filmed that because it was so much more miserable than it looked. I had to run out to the restroom and just like literally for a minute straight. Like I've never been, you know, like drinking and vomiting or anything like that particularly much. That was my worst vomit of my life. Anyways, let's move on. Hard climbing session with Erik, Carlson, Thor, and Emil. Oh, which one's this? This has to be November of 2018.
You can guess who I'm climbing with today. I don't think you're going to guess it.
We're not going to guess it?
I don't think,
no.
There's no chance.
Of course I'm going to guess it. I just said what it was.
I'm going to show you. Hey guys.
Woo! What a crew. What an all-time crew.
1 year later. It took you...
I think I hadn't met Magnus here. Yeah, that was my first time meeting Magnus, but the rest had done a collab with him the year before.
I mean, I think it's a pretty hard 7C.
Yeah.
It's your style though, right?
I'd say it's my
compression,
style.
slopey.
Exactly. It's quite powerful. So it suits me. I should be able to do it, and I'm psyched. So let's get to it.
Good energy, Emil. Come on, you got this, bro. Crush it out.
Try to get a few power screams in as well.
Yeah, get some power screams in there. Bzop. This was a really fun session. Back when, like way back when. I mean, this is 2018, so it's 7 years ago now. Or almost 7 years ago. This was actually before I started my channel. So at this point in time, I was only doing videos with Erik, and we were filming a bunch of stuff, and he's the guy. I guess I can mention that because Erik's the one who taught me how to edit videos. So I did a few videos for Erik, like for Erik Carlson bouldering at this point in time, and we did so many fun projects together. And then we couldn't shoot stuff on rock so much because it just would be never performing, and I just wanted to start doing some videos for my sessions because I always been passionate about rock climbing. And that was the foundation for my channel, actually. Like, without Erik, it definitely would have never happened. He taught me so much about how to edit videos and how to tell a story more than anything. And this was, again, one of the collabs we did quite, not that long before I started my channel, about 2-3 months before.
Put my left toe up. It's quite a lot harder to
The beginning is easy, but somehow...
The long hair, wow.
Exactly.
It's everywhere. The mop head is what I call it. Yeah, I mean, good memories for sure. Magnus is always fun to shoot with. Same goes for the others. My second 8B back in 2017, Houdini Sis Left. It's the first, I think, proper outdoor video. No, it's not the first outdoor video we shot, but the first really hard project outdoor video we ever shot.
And we'll be climbing the Sit Start, one of the most notorious 8Bs in Stockholm.
It's notorious as hell. They eat you alive. Oh, the sand is a nice memory. Oh yeah, I had the wrist straps. This is actually, you see the wrists, on, the tape on my wrists? I did that for 5 years straight to help me. That's one of the things I did to become strong at slopers, was tape the shit out of my wrists so they wouldn't hurt. And then I could climb on slopers and learn how to actually engage the wrists. So it can be a good trick for some people. There's a high chance you'll injure your wrists, so take it with a grain of salt. But I did do that for a lot of years to be able to climb on slopers. And nowadays I never tape or do anything with them. They just, I don't have any pain from sloper or floaters or that's funny. Oh yeah, I tried to be chill after it, oh yeah, cool, nice, I did it. I was so hyped here. This was a big moment for my climbing. At this point in time, I was spending every waking minute looking at rocks and trying to figure out new projects to climb on in the world.
One of the best climbs I've ever done, especially
Hell
in Stockholm.
Yeah.
Especially considering its position. It's
there's condoms everywhere here.
you have the subway 500 meters that way.
And yes, yeah,
So
close
it's
to the
really
subway.
Close to this problem. And it's also this is sort of euphoric for me,
because I did the stand start like 2 years ago, I think. And when I did it, I was super psyched. I was like, I'm gonna try the sit start. It's like way above my level, but I gotta try it. And could do like 1 or 2 moves maximum.
I think this is like a big lesson from my climbing career, so to speak. The importance of having like big projects and visualizing them long term. We'll get to the Big Island at some point in this video series, I think, and talk about that, because they all have one thing in common, and that's that I tried, like the hardest climbs I've ever tried and done have been with just like not being able to do the moves, maybe being able to establish on the boulders, and then over time my body's just adapted to the challenge I put it through. And this is definitely one of those boulders that I tried when I did the stand, which is like 70 plus, and just thought like, you know, this is such a visionary project. And then one day it went, which is, yeah, it's the awesome part about climbing and one of the best ways to progress.
Moves, the easier moves. I was like, wow, this is such a vision project. I'll probably never ever be able to do this, but here we are.
Here we are.
So I'm flipping psyched.
Oh, first video with Alex Meos, Emil and Frederick, episode 3. I was very starstruck at this point in time, I remember. Alex would come to Stockholm quite regularly to shoot videos. No, not to shoot videos. He came to do the La Sportiva Legends Only competition. And he would spend a lot of time there climbing around basically everything we had. He climbed like all of the rocks you can find in Stockholm in like a session.
Have you done it, Alex?
Just the top.
And it was pretty sick to climb with him at this time.
How does it feel?
He was just a monster of an unknown caliber to me. Like I'd never met anyone who was
I think it's not super sketchy.
close to his strength.
It's just bad hold. The bottom is the problem.
I'm not sure yet. Looks pretty cool. It's a bit slopey, and I'm sort of a whiny climber, so whenever
I'm
it's
so
too
young
hot
and tiny
slopey,
here.
I just
Yeah, but it's me too, dude.
Back
Yeah,
in my
yeah.
younger days. I believe I was
It's
20
okay,
here.
looks really
Yeah,
cool. It's gonna be
20.
fun watching Alex climb it. So heel can go.
Pretty sure I did not climb this boulder. This was a hard, slopey, kind of and crimpy boulder.
Yeah, I felt a bit cramped up though.
Come on, dude, you got it. Yes, there we go.
Come on. Sweet.
Nice.
That was impressive.
It was, you got it.
It was impressive.
Yeah, very much.
What flowy hair I had. God damn, I gotta grow that back. All right, that's it for the viral videos. I hope you enjoyed the show. Make sure to check out Ragni and comment, subscribe, and have a chance to win a full year supply of the mag dust. I'll see you in another video. Peace out, folks.